Today, I wanted to talk about coaching for new real estate agents. Is it worth it or not? I'll answer all your questions in this episode, so stick around and we'll get started in just a few seconds. So, in this episode, I wanted to talk about coaching and my experience with it, my perspective on coaching, whether or not I advise you to get a coach or not. So, let's get started. First, I wanted to talk about my experience with coaching that was paid. A couple months ago, I hired a coach. It wasn't a personal coach, somebody that I had access to private conversation with, but it was a group that I joined that was specifically developed for organizing your business, getting better at your business, whatever business you are at, mindset, and things like that. It was ran by a real estate coach who also had different members in his group that were of different industries. So it wasn't really specifically just for real estate individuals, neither was it for new agents. So the group was great, and I got a lot of the content, and I thought it was a pretty well put together program. However, after trying it for 3 months, I decided to leave the group and try to find some support for a newer agent. Because, once you are getting into real estate and you are under, I don't know, about like 2 years, you are still considered a new agent. And even older agents or agents that have been in the industry for a long time, they sometimes too hit a certain plateau and they need to make a certain amount of progress that they are stuck at, and they get a coach. So for me, I wanted to try another coach because I wanted to find out if there's things that I can learn from that person who is really successful, some tips and tricks, aside from the things that I've researched on my own, because I am the kind of person that likes to research and find out information on my own. Mind you, the information out there is tremendous. And if you take the time to research, there is a lot of free stuff on the internet, especially on YouTube, where you can find ways to find tricks and tips for your business when you're just starting out. The problem with all the information out there is that you can get really overwhelmed, especially when you're a new agent. You can get very overwhelmed by all the information that's out there. There's so many courses and books and videos and programs. And once you become an agent, your email also becomes a target of spamming, and people steal your email and they start sending you things that they feel that you need. So what you need to do is you need to sit down and think about what is it that you really need in the first year or two of your business without feeling like what they are telling you is what you need. Because everybody will find stuff for you to buy. And I mentioned before in my other videos that real estate agents are probably one of the biggest sold to group out there. We are being sold to constantly. We are sales agents, we are selling houses, but at the same time, we are being sold to tremendously. So I always believe in simplicity and simplifying the process for any type of juncture you're at. And especially if you're new in the business, it is really, really crucial to simplify things as much as possible. So when I found this second coach in the industry that I found him to be extremely successful and resourceful, I realized that this coach is completely free. He doesn't charge for anything that he shares with the new agents. there is no one-to-one conversations with this person on the lower level. I think when you get to the higher level, you can, but he does require you to do a couple of things in order for you to get to that higher level. But if you still want to learn and get resources on how to get started in your first couple of months or your first year and what to do, you are able to obtain all that stuff from his free resources. And I will link his website in the comments below so you can check them out for yourself. Again, I'm not a coach, so I'm not, my YouTube channel is not run on the basis of me trying to get any type of coaching students or any type of coaching. It is more a reflection of my blog and my own journey and what I learned throughout my journey and how I share things with you. Everything really pretty much started at a point where I recorded a video sharing how to pass the North Carolina real estate exam. And then ideas started to pop into my head about how I was streamlining everything that I was doing. And I decided to share that with you for free. So this is just strictly my journey that I'm sharing with you. And this free coach that I follow right now, to me, is probably one of the best coaches out there and is completely free. Sometimes when we think about the things that are free, we can't wrap our heads around it because we think there's no value. People have been conditioned to think that just because you pay for something, it's better. A lot of times it's not. And there are people out there who spend thousands and thousands of dollars every single year for these top coaches. So be very careful and do your research and make sure that the coaches that you do follow or you do sign up with, because it's, again, your own personal choice what you will do at the end of the day. Make sure that you research them and find out how much revenue are they producing? Are they still active? Are they selling homes? Are they active in their community? How many coaching students they have? What do they do behind the scenes? Are they working with clients? Do your own research before you go out there and spend a ton of money on a real estate coach. And also make sure that that person follows your ethics and does business ethically the way you live your life. I know there are some coaches out there that the way they live their lives and their ethics and the way they preach about certain things is completely against what I believe in. I believe in really a business model that is based on service and putting my clients as priority and being honest and following integrity. Sometimes when you follow this type of journey, you might have to walk away from certain deals and certain situations in order to save your integrity, your reputation, and your sanity. So this is what I follow. And that's why I really was very attracted to this coach, the free coach, because everything he talks about, including his scripts, is really customer service oriented. It's really all about the clients and not about us. And I think I talked about this in my other videos where I said that some agents come in, and this is, again, me not judging, I'm just perceptively observing this, is that they think that it's all about fame and it's all about them and social media and being a celebrity. It really is not. At the end of the day, what you really want to do is serve your client and be the best agent that you can be for that client. You put them first. They are your priority, and you want to make sure that everything you do is in their good. So the reason why I picked this coach, and this is, again, not something that I'm doing one-to-one, I'm just following his program, which is completely free. And a couple weeks ago, I even attended his seminar which happened in Miami. I combined the seminar with a 3-day mini vacation, just relax and take some time off. And the person that I'm talking to you about, his name is Ricky Carruth. I'm sure you've heard of it. And if you haven't, I highly recommend for you to check him out. I'm not being paid for what I'm saying. I'm telling you about him just because I'm sharing my journey, and I want you to know who he is because his information is so freely and readily available. So at the conference, he was able to put together close to 800 agents who came from all over United States to see him speak. The conference was completely free, and it was a very exciting event, and you were able to really hear him in person, speak with him, take a picture, and listen to lots of motivational, deep, powerful stuff that he was talking about, where you just, you hear it live. So I was very happy that I attended the conference, combining together with like a mini vacay, and I came back to North Carolina all pumped up and motivated to keep going. So basically what I wanted to share with you is that I have been implementing his strategies in my business, and they are really very simple strategies that are not very complicated. Basically, what you have to do is make calls every single day. You can door knock as well. Right now, I'm not door knocking because it's really hot in North Carolina. So it is so much more efficient for me to cold call. And I use Redx for my cold calling. I made another video about cold calling on my channel. But I have to tell you, all the scripts that I have seen that just didn't really align with how I am as a person made me a lot of times not want to make calls. But when I found Ricky's script for the cold calling, I was like, bingo, this is it. This is what I want to talk about when I call strangers on the phone. It's a very relaxed, simple, and straightforward and very personable script that really opened up a lot of preconceived notions I had about cold calling initially. Basically, what happened is when I read the script, the block that I had from calling more than I should just disappeared because I felt like I can do this. So I highly encourage you to look at it and see if maybe that's something that can help you in terms of cold calling, because cold calling is a very efficient way to gain tons of leads if you do it consistently. So, I mean, he doesn't really give you any bells and whistles or magic wands or some secret sauce or hidden recipes on how to make it. Really, it's just about grinding every day, making the calls, following up, developing a simple marketing plan, and building your database. It's really that simple. It's the agents that are looking for, I don't know what, that are making everything so complicated. If you stick to the basics and keep your beginnings, and even later in your business, if you just keep everything really simplified, as simple as possible, and you're not looking for to win the lottery while you're selling real estate, you're going to make it. But you have to be disciplined. And I think this coach is so disciplined. And if you look at his work ethics and his strategy about, he has this famous saying that I think I've said on my channel before. It's called relationships over transactions. This is not mine. It's completely his. And I love that because this is really what I follow in life. It's about trying to see what I can do for another person before putting my own needs ahead. So it's building relationships in real estate, and then as a bonus, you get a transaction, which is the reversal of what some other coach might be teaching, which is get a transaction and think about the relationships later. So really the core strategy here, the core really essence of this whole idea is that we are in the business of building relationships. The more relationships you have, the more transactions will follow later. But basically, in the beginning, you're trying to build your database with actual relationships. And that's basically it. That's all I wanted to really cover with you about coaching. I'm not discouraging you to get a coach. I'm not telling you what to do. At the end of the day, everything that you do is your own personal decision. But I do encourage you to do your own research and not jump into decisions too quickly, and make sure that you're getting your money's worth. Will I ever hire a coach in my career? I'm not sure. Maybe one day for a couple of months, or as a trial basis, if I do hit some kind of a plateau and I need a coach to pinpoint my weak areas in life, maybe I will. I really do not know, but I know that right now that's not where my budget is. My budget right now is going towards more of my marketing and my resources. Mind you, Redix is not cheap. The dialer is not cheap. Everything costs money. As you know, real estate agents who are coming into the business, they are required to buy lots of things in order to make that business smooth. So maybe in the future I will, but for you, I want to leave you today with this thought that you have an option of having free coaching. You don't have to pay for it. You can get a lot of tricks and tips from my videos and other people's videos on YouTube for free. Just keep a notepad and a pen and write everything down so that you don't forget. And go ahead and check out this coach that I really like so much, and see what he offers, and leave a comment below if you have, and let me know what you think. And that's it for now. I hope you've enjoyed my video, and see you on my next one in just a bit. Thank you for watching, and thank you for listening.